Home's scraggly looking today. It's what New Year's Eve gets you. But actually it's almost noon. Anyway, I got a couple projects we're starting to get started on here. And one of them is we're taking the 63 Chevy 2 jerry rig gasser chassis, and we're going to put a sedan delivery body on it. Now, it ain't like this is the first time it's been done. There's been a bunch of guys do these, a whole bunch. But we're going to give it the Sin City touch. So we're going to start that. We're going to go through it because there's a lot of things. This body is completely different casting from this casting right here. And might as well show it to you. Pop her apart here. Two bodies up here. You see, the bodies are completely different. You got a big arch here for the rear slicks. You don't need to have the standard arch for the standard Chevy 2. Of course, it doesn't have windows in it. The other thing that's really important is it doesn't have a hood, you know. So we'll be cutting holes in this so the injector tubes can come out. And the other thing is, look where the mounts are. I don't know if I can get them both in the picture. You can see there, the body mounts are in completely different places. Completely different places. One's completely forward, one's aft of the cow, and then the one in the rear, is even different. I mean, it's slightly different by, 16th, 32nd of an inch. Move backwards. We're going to have to compensate for all that to make it look right. And I'm sure these other guys have done that in whatever way they've done it. I know in building the 57 and mating it to the 55 chassis, there was a lot of cheating. But we made it happen, and it's a good, solid car. Runs it down the track like a regular Hot Wheel. And I'm not scared to run it through a finish line or anything. It hits it or anything. It's a solid car. Until it breaks. So we'll be doing that, starting that today. Start grinding on this thing because we got to take the front body post out. It will not work where it's at. Ain't gonna work. Take the front body post out, and we've already re-drilled the rear and got it ready. I still have to mock it up and see whether it's going to work or not. And that's, when you're doing these custom builds, mocking up, taking apart, mocking it back up, it's all part of it. It's how you get it perfect, And then once you have it all mocked up, then you take it all back apart and paint it all pretty and detail it. So, because right now, the way things are looking, of course, I can't even put the interior up in it because everything hits. It's all got to be cut out for this. We even get up in there to where we can even look at it. And you can see the problem in the rear where it's not exactly lining up this hole. And we might have to oblong that and put a washer in there to hide it. You'd be surprised how many things we hid with that 57. Ooh, scary. But you can already see, the rear's not going to fit. We're going to have to arch those. I'm not real sure if these guys have done it. I have to go back and find a couple of them on the internet and see if they arch the rears enough. And I'm arching mine. I have to arch the rears, and there's where the posts don't fit in the front. So it's going to be a complicated build, but we'll get it done. We've got a Chevy 2 sedan delivery we've been working on. It's just kind of a street car. It's just a repaint, is all it is, but we're kind of giving it our own touch. This was one of those, I can't remember what was on it now, Marvel Comics type deals that we did repaint on, because you can't get one of these in just a plain old Chevy 2 with flames on it or anything. You got to buy the Marvel or whatever the goofy stuff they use. So we bought it. Cars are almost impossible to strip because of that thermal process of putting decals on, and it it burns into the Zamac chassis. I mean, body. Blah, blah, blah. Give you an example. Here's a car we're going to work on. This car right here. It's got the X-Man. I've already, on this one side here, I have wet sanded, and that it ain't coming off. So it's wet sanded real good. I'm gonna paint over the top of it. I'm gonna paint over the top of this jewel, and then I'm gonna take the slicks off the chassis. Slicks. Come on, Hot Wheels. Come on, Mattel. I'm gonna leave the tires and the wheels though. I like the wheels. I'm gonna put street tires on it. Try to find me some treaded wide tires for the rear. And this is going to be a pusher car for my front engine dragster that I don't have yet, but I'm gonna get one. And it's going to go display in my collection because I don't have that, and that's old school. I like old school shit. That's from back when I was a small child. My brother gave me the bug, and would feed me hot rod magazines and hot rodder and street rodder, and ruined me for life. That's a good thing. So that's what we're working on. Oh yeah. One more thing here. I got a ton of these boogers around from stealing the Rocket League wheels off of them for my fat ass tower conversions, and it is such a cool car. I mean, this is cool. The only thing that ain't cool is from the tip of the hood front going forward. And you Bone Shaker fans up there, don't be hating on me. I get it for one car in the collection. That's a Bone Shaker. Oh yeah, you gotta have it. It's a Bone Shaker. That's it. But once you got one, you got them all. That is ugly. I am going to chop that booger off and put a radiator in front of it, and then this will be one of the coolest rat rods you've ever seen. That top hacked out, and something you've gone out and found in a field. It's just a shell. You bring it home, you build a chassis, you throw the shell on, you throw a motor in it. Hot rodding, baby. Hot rodding. Hot rodding. So that's our project that I'm going to get started on. And you'll never guess what I'm going to cut up for it. I'm going to cut up a mod rod to do that. That's almost sacrilegious right there, cutting up a mod rod, because it's already a cool car. But it's got the radiator. It fits right. It's going to look cool. And there'll be a mod rod in the boneyard. Can't help it. This little booger is our newest shop vehicle, and we're gonna call this the parts crate, I think. Beats me. But as you can see, it's got a couple blowers. It's got a blower thrown in the back of it. Going to the shop with a blower. Just had it rebuilt. Yeah, let's throw it in the back where we can throw it out on the way there. But anyway, right now it's got Steely's on it, but it's getting Rocket League wheels on it. And I'm going to paint her yellow. We are going to paint her Spectrafime yellow, with the metal flake base coat and stuff. So this is going to happen within the next week. Porsche's been detailed out. Clear coat. Fat ass tower conversion. That'll be coming here real quick. And probably the last thing I'm going to show you is my Dodge. This is the one that I had colors left over, and I threw them all in the pot and sprayed it. And it came out looking like this. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to detail that baby out, and I'm going to make it. You remember the murder? Well, it wasn't murder. It's my Copo Camaro and the Black and 16. If you haven't, you might refer back to the Black and 16 video and look at it. It had the wheel and tires off the Try-Me 55 gasser. So I got to find me another Try-Me 55 gasser, which is not easy right now because that car is popular. There is a Dodge Charger that's coming up. That's probably one of the wildest cars I've ever done, and I can't tell you anything about it right now because it's just an idea in my head, and if I tell you stuff right now, it probably won't be nowhere near to what I really do. But I've got an idea of something that I want to do. I've already bought the wheels for it. I've got a car that I'm going to snatch the wheels off of, and it's going to be the wildest Hot Wheel you've ever seen, or close to it. Because I don't think I haven't seen anybody do one this way, but I'm going to try to do one. So that's it. Little update to what's going on in the shop. And those of you just coming in, watching us, subscribe to us. And those of you already subscribed, keep watching because we're going to keep doing things here. Have a good day. And a happy day.